All in Sports Network. We love sports.
Riley Leonard will be the Colts quarterback by the end of the season.
Wow. I mean, you've been saying it all along. You said give the first starter 5, right? 5 games. If they don't go over 500, and put in a new guy. Give him 3 games is what you said?
That's what I said.
If he doesn't go over 500, then put in Riley, see what he can do for the rest of the season. So by what you're saying, that would match up because you, as of now, you don't really have faith in either of these quarterbacks.
Well,
that's what you're saying by this.
Yeah, and what's being reported is the battle between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. But what no one is talking about is the fact that Riley Leonard is having a phenomenal, almost flawless camp, working with the third string. Mm-hmm. So that's my prediction.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
But I'm with AR right now, so I'm not on board necessarily.
I hear you. It's a little bit early. I get it. I'm Kevin. This is my son, Liam, and we are the Unstable Blues. Happy to present All Indiana Sports as part of the All In Sports and Rogue Media Sports Networks.
Yep, welcome back in. The Colts' last training camp practice before the preseason came to a sad end with a devastating injury. How will joint practice and the game go out in the old city of Baltimore? Let's go all in to find out.
Yes, we have TikTok and Instagram at All Indiana Sports and Twitter at All Indy Sports. And you can still follow us at Unstable Blues as well.
Yep.
Training camp coverage brought to you by Hounds, healthy dog treats. It's what we use for training puppies at Country Mountain Dogs. Click the description in the link. Click the link in the description.
There you go.
For more. Believe it or not, I did that yesterday on yesterday's episode as well.
Well, Bernard Ryman.
Yeah.
He got an extension, 4 years, $100 million. 60 of it was guaranteed, so he's getting the big bucks. Left tackle.
Yep. How do you feel about this?
I like it. I like the payment. I think it was coming. Our left side of the line is very, very strong. I think, we talk about the questions on the right side of the line all the time, but we don't ever talk about the left side because the left side is cemented on who's there.
Yep.
So I think this is well-deserved. He's younger as well.
And what a find in the third round, though. To find that stability in the third round, really good. That happened literally the night after the night that our last episode got uploaded.
Yep.
The next day, Juju Brents and Jalen Jones both went down with hamstring injuries.
Yep.
Apparently, Jalen's is a little bit more severe than Juju's. But as discussed, Juju is sort of an injury-prone guy at this point. This is now third season in a row with some kind of injury.
Season hasn't even technically started yet either.
I know.
So
I know.
Bad looks, but the quarterbacks and the offense continue to shine all the way. Thursday night lights scrimmage. That was
crazy.
It was fun to watch all the highlights and stuff like that was being posted from it. There's a lot of good quality offense that I saw. Giddens getting in, Daniel Jones hitting some good, but AR has I've seen some of his passes. I'm like, that has definitely improved.
Yeah.
So regardless if he's where we want him, there's improvement, which shows
growth.
Something.
Yep. That Thursday night practice was amazing. All the lights and the fireworks and everything. But if you want your baby to sleep at night, Joi Baby sleep sacks and matching crib sets are amazing. Click the link in the description for more.
Hey, you said it right this time.
That's right.
I can't even get any of these ad reads out just because you're
very
very flowy with it. Can we talk about this Tyler Warren catch?
That happened that night.
It was a bit ago, as of us recording it now, but it was like a going up, has the defender on him, tips it, falls, catches it.
Yep.
And I was like, I showed one of my friends, he was like, oh, nice. I was like, yeah, that's our tight end. He's like, tight end? Yes, that is our tight end.
Well, speaking of tight end catches, the Drew Ogletree one-handed backhand snag was like, I would say even a better catch than the Tyler Warren.
I don't know.
I know, falling down, I get.
Yeah.
But to catch it in stride and snag it backhand,
I don't,
one-handed.
From playing football myself, I don't think people realize how easy. I mean, it's not an easy catch at all. But
Gloves, yeah.
Gloves, you're in stride, so just sticking it out there, you kind of just.
Yeah.
So, but Adonai Mitchell
Yeah.
seems as if he's come alive a little bit.
Yeah.
He's performing better. Still, maybe not to where we want necessarily, but better.
Yeah.
And as I said about AR, better is still something.
Yep. Saturday was a different story for the quarterbacks as Richardson and Jones were either not connecting with receivers on timing or the DBs had tight coverage. I'll give them a bit of a pass.
From what I saw, every single clip that day that came out was Kenny, Ward, Wally, someone doing something.
Yep.
So I don't think it was necessary.
Jim Bob Cooter did say that they were working on red zone, right? High and low red zone. And they were kind of experimenting as a coaching staff with stuff that they may or may not run, but they wanted to at least see where it ended up. So you can't just say, well, that was a bad day and call it a day. You really have to look at it through the lens of really what was going on, what they're putting forth, and what the plan was for that day before you can just say, well, that was just a terrible day.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Could the offense rebound the next day? Because open goal rebounder and goal setup. If you want to learn more about it, click the link in the description for more.
Hey,
I got it too.
There you go. Anthony Richardson was able to rebound the next day, being efficient and putting the ball in good places.
One thing I've seen from him specifically that I've really liked is being able to roll out of the pocket and being able to precisely deliver the ball, because I think that was his most struggle.
Yeah.
Because I think whenever he was in the pocket, he was still kind of calm and composed. It was whenever this pocket started to collapse and he had to stay in there, or he was getting out of the pocket and it was just like, hey, receivers run. It was like backyard football at that point. That's whenever he didn't.
And it's that footwork while in motion to be able to do that.
Yeah. And what I see specifically is his feet are, whenever he's rolling out, his feet are pointed towards the target and able to get his cross his body and be able to make the throw. So I've been very proud, as someone who likes to do that myself. I've been very proud of him being able to do that.
Yeah. So. And you're going to have bad days. It's how you respond and how you come back the next day. So very good. Very good. Anthony Gould has shined in his second training camp. I've
seen him cooking.
Yes.
DBs.
Yep.
So there was an out route where he was going really hard and then quick little 2-3 steps and out, and the DB was lost. So
he's got the speed, and he's going to be there because he'll be on special teams. So then what can he then add to the offense in dimension?
And I'm going to take this one.
I figured you would.
I love me my running backs, especially this guy, DJ Giddens. Continue to be a bright spot with patience, vision, and explosiveness. Like you said, kind of glides across. I've been anytime I see a Giddens, I'm instantly watching it. It's not a save for later watch. It's a watch now. I'm very impressed by him. K-State running backs normally are very, very good.
Yep.
It's a very underlying school when BYU is the quarterback school.
Yep.
K-State kind of seems like that running back school.
And when I hear words like patience and vision and explosiveness, who I can't help but think of?
Who?
Jonathan Taylor.
Which
what I've said since early in this draft process was you got to find a potential replacement and successor to Jonathan Taylor, because the last contract was kind of an uproar and hard enough to get done. Probably, I would imagine, not going to go again unless it's more of a 1-year kind of deal. So this is the perfect opportunity to get the guy with 2 years left on the Jonathan Taylor deal.
Yep.
Tyler Warren and Justin Wally also do not look like typical
No.
rookies. We've talked about Tyler Warren, but Justin Wally, yes, because of the injury on the unofficial depth chart, is the cornerback 2 opposite Travarius Ward. He's played like that, and he's been put in position like that since day one of camp, and he has lived up to all of it. I believe from hearing from Lou Anarumo that this is a Lou kind of guy, and he really believes in all the things that he can do. He's played outside. He can play inside. He's done that with Kenny Moore out for a few practices. He's got it, whatever it is.
And then Tyler Warren is just Tyler Warren. And I would just want to highlight a guy before, we kind of wrap this up. Josh Downs.
Yeah.
We haven't heard much about JT just because I don't think there has been anything big. It's just been JT being JT and doing what he does.
Yep.
I saw something, and I believe it was very accurate because I believe the NFC running backs are stronger than the AFC. I think there's more. I think there's better ones.
Yep.
Like a more quantity of better running backs.
Except in Dallas.
Yes. But the AFC, they came out with an NFC rankings. Obviously, Saquon was at the top, and then they came out with a AFC rankings as well. Derrick Henry was the top, which I don't think I can – after this past season, I don't think I can disagree with just because of, how JT performed towards the beginning. But JT was second, which I completely agree with. I think JT is a top 5 running back in the league whenever he's at his best.
Yeah.
Think of that Titans game. That's whenever he's at his best.
Yep.
So,
Josh Downs.
But Josh Downs, no one's been able to keep up with him. He's been all over the place, cooking everybody. He is our number 1 receiver, whether or not you want to admit it or not. I don't care if a slot receiver is our number 1. T.Y. Hilton was a slot receiver whenever he started out.
Yep.
He just became an outside receiver because he was the number 1. So I don't doubt that Downs, the same thing happens with him.
That is true, but the real strength of Josh Downs is all of the motions and trying to get him. I mean, yes, he can cook anyone, but man, if you can get him matched up on a linebacker, you are absolute toast.
He is so fast, so elusive, everything.
Yep. Speaking of Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor, they will be on the same field again for the first time in, I don't know, 2-3 years.
Yeah.
As they go to Baltimore. What do you want to see in Baltimore? What are you specifically looking at, knowing it's a preseason game and more of the things will happen in joint practice, but there you go.
I mean, you got to think about who we're looking at. Obviously, the quarterbacks are going to play, so that's a big highlight. But, I don't want to be, original and be like, oh, yeah, the quarterbacks. It's a big thing, 100%, but you don't come to this podcast for originality.
That's right.
Because that's what the analysts give you. So I'm going to give you Justin Wally. Obviously, I think he's going to play a little bit. The whole linebacker situation as well is a very important one. And then just kind of depth all over the place. That's very vague. I'll go specific with it. We've talked about corner depth, so I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to say defensive line depth.
Okay.
Because I think we had, 8 D linemen last year? I don't think
10 on the original on the 53. But
I don't think there's a need for that many.
Okay.
I think maybe 6 or 7 would do, because you can call up people for injuries. This is assuming 3 defensive linemen get injured in the same game. It's not
at
likely.
The same time. It is very, very stacked with talent.
It is.
I mean, Ebicom was second in rotation on the depth chart behind Latu. JT Tamualo is third on the other side. So that just it shows you how deep that is,
right.
You know?
And I think you can go even more specific with that, kind of what you were talking about is the edge. I think our tackles are pretty Furman, Grove, and Buck.
Right.
Obviously, we need depth there, but
Right.
still.
Well, I mean, you got Neville and then Eric Johnson,
Mhm.
probably
Right.
the two
But,
backups there. But yeah,
But like, there's not much question about
Yeah.
that. There's a lot
No.
of question about edge, like who starts,
Yep.
all this stuff. So I think there's going to be a lot of edges that like Quiddy might see some time in the preseason just to be like, okay, are we sure we want to start you instead of, Ebicom or Latu or someone like that. Latu's obviously going to get reps. He better get a lot more reps this season.
He's another that's been an absolute force. You can't measure sacks because they just don't allow it. But there have been so many times in training camp where it's a completed pass or an incomplete pass, but it wouldn't have been because it's been a sack from any number of guys back there.
Right.
So,
yeah. So that. And then on the offensive side of the ball, there's kind of receiver depth, who's going where, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, and the question between the guard and the center.
Oh,
who's performing?
Got it.
And who's going where?
On the right,
right guard. Yeah.
Right. So listed is Bortolini and Gonzalez, which we kind of expected, but then Pinter can be, and then French. So yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we talked about the Baltimore, but this is obviously not just a preseason game. It's also joint practice.
Yep.
How valuable do you think that joint practice will be? Considering it's against the Ravens, who are a juggernaut of a team.
Right. Well, and the joint practices have become what preseason games used to be, 10 or so years ago, because nobody wants to put anything on film that everyone's going to see. You can't film the joint practices, so literally you can run everything you are going to run. I think it's a great opportunity for our offense to go against a different style of defense, aggressive just as much, but in a different way. Mm-hmm. Because let's face it, the defense has been winning most of the days at camp for the most part. Right. Only because I was thinking like this offense has been against a largely zone scheme, and now they're against press man and disguised coverages
because our guys can do that.
Right. It's like all of a sudden you're going against a really, really tough defense when you've kind of gone over Gus Bradley vanilla.
I need more blitzes.
But you're going to get a lot of different stuff. You're going to get a lot of blitzes. You're going to get a lot of defensive line dropping into coverage, and all of a sudden cover 6 out of nowhere. Yeah. But I will say that is also a good chance for our defense to see what all that looks like against a very you talk about our defense being the Colts defense being multiple. Well, the Ravens offense is very multiple in how they go about things as well.
I mean, they have 2 guys in the backfield who are a threat out of the backfield running it.
Right.
Derek can catch the ball.
Yep.
Which kind of came out of nowhere.
And he can also throw the ball.
Yep. Too. Lamar can probably catch the ball. I mean, we saw him catch the ball against the Chiefs.
And now the Ravens have D-Hop.
Yeah. Who is still a pretty good wide receiver.
Yep. When he's not in Tennessee.
Yes.
Well, that's it for today. I'll be back with your mom this week as the Fever continue their West Coast road trip in LA and Phoenix before returning home against the Sky. When will Caitlin Clark make her return? Then we will be back later in the week to break down the Ravens game.
Yep. Well, this is Liam.
And this is Kevin.
Reminding you to stay all Indiana.
All in Sports Network. We love sports.